Okay, welcome everybody, welcome back. Glad to be back here together, sitting in Sangha. All right, so tonight we're going to do a brief go over of the Soto Zen form. Again, eyes at a 45-degree angle with a wide gaze. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, into your diaphragm. As you think of thoughts, go back to your breath and follow your breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly, as if you were filling water in your diaphragm, all the way up to the top of your neck. Nice and slow, in and out. Back straight. A mudra with your left hand and your right hand on top, making that form right there. A couple inches right below your belly button. Shoulders relax. Lift them up and let them just relax down a little bit. It's very nice to settle into it with your back nice and straight. If you need to move, feel free to move. And if you do feel discomfort, see what it is. If it's something that's coming from your thinking or if it's coming from pain that you need to move. There is no right way or wrong way, so you can't get this wrong. We're going to start out with 3 rings of the bell and then bow together. And then we'll start our 20 minutes. And then we'll do a 10-minute or so Dharma talk and then a 10-minute to close. Thank you all for being here. I'm super excited. Been looking forward to this. I've missed you all. All right. Let's go ahead and settle in. Get your posture. Rock back and forth on your sit bones and it's good. All right, let's begin. Stretch your legs. We'll go back and forth on your seat bones. Okay. So again, thank you for being here. It's great to be back and sitting together. So, me and Amber went to Malta, and we got to be with rocks that were 5,000 years old, or temples that were 5,000 plus years old. They're seeing that they're older than they even originally thought. That they're the term of like rewriting the history books from what they thought they were 5,000 years old, that they're seeing that they're even older than that. And it wasn't just like one temple. It's like 5 to 7 on the island of Malta, and then there's a couple on Gozo, which is an island really close to there. You got to imagine it's an island that's 9 by 12 miles. It's a very small island. And so the concentration of monolithic temples of like Stonehenge over and over and over, and you can go to like 2 or 3 of them and easily in a day. And it just really puts into perspective for me that time and how much of an infinitesimal amount of time we're actually on this earth. 100 years if you're lucky, and it's 70 to 80 years old is probably the average now for most men and women to live on the earth, is say 80 years. 76 years. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. And so that 5,000 years of time has went by. And so when I sit in Zazen and I breathe into my diaphragm and pay attention to my breath and feel my hara, or that place inside of myself that's deeper than my thinking, that it really gives me a chance to be here and now and present in this time that I have on this planet and earth. And that it is such a short amount of time that being human, I can get caught up into my thoughts and in my thinking and be driven by it, on worrying about things and projecting things out, and my mind can be pretty dominating in my life. And so the idea that I can take time for me in the morning and start my day and really drop into my body and sit with myself and be connected to stillness and silence, that it slows everything down through my day, where I can actually grab on to gratitude more frequently, and I can really appreciate the time that I am here, and being connected to Amber and not just flying through my day, that I can really take the time to connect with her, and being at the gym and connecting with all of you, that it slows me down into a pace that I can feel in this room is very similar. And so by sitting every day in the morning, it sets my tone for how I'm showing up in this small amount of time that I'm here, and then to be able to do it in Sangha and do it in group together, to remember about slowing down, and it's being in the moment, really honoring the time that we have here on this planet. It's so short, so not to take it for granted, and really, can you relish in the moments that you do have, that you're not caught up in worry, or for me sometimes doom and gloom, and be present with everybody you're around, everything you're doing, it takes practice. And so through Zazen, we can really honor and practice being present. And, it's a daily life practice for till your last breath. And my dad would say, each inhalation is a rebirth and each exhalation is your death. And so if you look at it as that you're being born and dying on breath by breath, that you can really start to feel the gravitas of being here for a very short amount of time and honoring the time that I do have with all of you and not taking any of it for granted. So the practice of sitting in stillness and silence, that's the honoring of the time that we have here on this planet. And we too shall pass when people will forget who we are, and not even a full generation may go by where they won't know who we are. If we're lucky, we get a generation or two where people will still talk about us. I don't even really know who my great grandparents were on my dad's side. And if you think about your great grandparents, and if you're lucky enough to know them, I did know my great grandmother on my mother's side for a little while, but if we go back another generation, I don't know any of their names. I don't know who they are, And so, well, actually that brings up then, being in relationship with your lineage and connecting with your lineage. I know in the Hawaiian culture that honoring and going back in your lineage so that you do remember those people that were important to you and who shaped you for who you are, So just really honor the time that we have here on this planet, and through sitting in stillness and silence, that really brings it into, for me, perspective of that I'm taking the time to honor the time that I do have here. And when I can do it in Sangha, I can really actually feel it through what's created here through sitting together in a group. And so remembering to start your day with stillness and silence, even if it's 3 breaths, to just acknowledge that you're not your thinking. You're much more than your thinking, and this time will pass. And so honor it and be in gratitude for what you have and who you're with in each moment. And I honor each of you, and I'm in immense gratitude that we get to sit together and be together in this time where there is no talking, but yet stillness and silence. And there's a connection that I look forward to and I relish in each of you. And then when we get to have conversations at the gym, it means a lot to me. And then me and you connecting just in our moments inside when we're passing through work, working from home, and not taking advantage of it. So honor the moment that we have here. 5,000-year-old temples, and think how many cultures have went through those temples and have found them and used them and passed on, and they still are standing and holding the space for centuries. So honor the time that you have on this planet. And thank you for being here and being in my life and being a part of it. It means a lot to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to pause there and just think how infinitesimal, meaning how little bit of time we have here on this planet and this next sitting. And that we get to sit here together and be in this moment without words. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and get ready to sit again. Thank you for coming tonight. It's always a pleasure to sit together. Remembering, if you do know of anybody that would benefit from sitting together with us, you're more than welcome to invite them. Always looking to expand. I do have more room. Let's say up to 15. We can get 15 in here. That would feel good. And just fluff your pillows and dust your mat off, and I'll go ahead and put them away later.